Okay, welcome back, everybody. So we have our pattern. I had to do a few adjustments on the glass eye, and then able to put it on a PDF, and was able to get this copied at my local FedEx Kinko's. And so we have the final pattern here, the final product. Um, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to trace it onto paper. I like to use, well, I've just started using back and forth this Piper's pattern paper. It's like a giant sticker, real thick. You can peel it after you've traced the pieces, and then stick it on your glass. And usually, after I've stuck the pieces on the glass, I let it sit. Um, I flip it upside down the glass and just give it a day to make sure that it sticks. I've tried to put the pattern on, stick it on the glass right away after I've cut the pattern out, and tried to cut glass right away, and it just would come off. So it'd be very frustrating. So I like to do is just cut the pattern when I have my glass, trace the pattern first. When I have my glass ready, I'll cut the pattern and then stick it on the glass, and then usually just flip it upside down and let it sit for a day or so, just to make sure it sticks. And we'll go over more on the cutting process of glass and sticking it on the next video. So right now, like once again, on my pattern, I have the Piper's pattern paper and some carbon for tracing. Okay. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to get the Piper's pattern paper put on. Because it comes in a giant roll, it's usually, wants to roll back up. So I'm going to have to make sure to tape it down really good. You don't want it moving around, obviously, while you're tracing. So I'm going to use a lot of tape. Make sure that is there. Obviously, you want to have the smoky side or the tracing side down there first. Let's get it about here. Right here. We're going to tape this down too, obviously. Kind of want to be careful not to make sure the tape covers the pattern. Okay. Now we'll tape the pattern down. A lot of taping. Okay. Set this aside. Just grab a regular old pen. I like to use this one here. Pretty easy. And what we're going to do is we're going to trace. What I like to do is I have some circular patterns that my dad has cut out for me just to help me with tracing. Make sure I get the right circle around here. Okay. All right. So now we're just going to go ahead and trace the pattern. I'll need some of my bifocal glasses here to help me see. And we're just going to make sure we can get in the center here, get around, obviously cover every piece or trace every piece. Um, Typically try to stay in the middle here. And you can kind of see with the pen where you're tracing over. So you don't have to worry too much about drawing over the same line here. It's not going to really matter at the end because you're going to cut with your foil scissors, and you're really going to, that's really going to be the determining factor on the size and the shape. But this usually gives us, doing this pattern was going to obviously give us a guide. I hope you can see this. I know I'm kind of hovering over the pattern. I'm assuming that you're getting kind of the idea what needs to happen here. Obviously, you want to press down firmly, and you also want to make sure you're staying kind of right in the center of your drawn pattern here. Again, you want to make sure you're getting right in the middle. So I've got about halfway done here, a little more. And it does take a little time, but it is well worth it to get all these pieces. Okay, so I'm just going to double check because I have missed big spots before. Here's one I missed. I mean, I've gone through before and redrew them on the paper, obviously. Um, let's see, just to make sure. Okay, I think we got them all. Now that'll tell. We'll take off our paper. Pick off the pattern first. And I still don't trust myself, so I still kind of make sure I peel back some of it, make sure I've got it. So there's one I missed, obviously, here. There we have it. We always miss a couple spots, but that's okay. Um, so this is what we'll have. This is on our pattern paper. Keep in mind, again, it's a trace. It's not as good as drawing as actually the computer. But when we, in the next video, when we start cutting these pieces and lay them on the glass and put them together, you'll see what it comes to. So thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one where we cut the pattern out and place it on the glass. Thank you.